So this is a very interesting place, Tynemouth Priory. Now here I am, it's around 9 o'clock and I'm about to have a little adventure around and explore this place for any activity. Now I actually have loved being in and around these old Northumbrian castles at night time. I love going in at night time and just like get a chance to see them when no one else is around. And I know it's a bit naughty, but hey, I'm not really doing anything, you know, bad, other than just appreciating them as they are. And one time I did go in here, and I think it was, yeah, on 2 occasions I was in here, and I remember being sat at the very back of the castle near the graveyard, and I heard what appeared to be just like sounds of tapping. Yeah, I thought initially it was rope down in the haven, rope on the mooring yachts, on the moored yachts. That was just blowing in the wind, and it turned out that there was no wind. And then as soon as I realised, this is just the worst thing about some of the people, can hear the exhaust. It's like all of the welfare scum from the estates always seem to blast down around Tynemouth, just ruining the harmony. But anyway, so then I realised that there was no wind that night, so it couldn't have been any of the mooring ropes hitting against the masts and things. So as soon as I realised that, the sound stopped. But what I realised just before it stopped was it was actually the sound of stone being chiselled in the graveyard. Now, a year later I went back and spent some time inside there as well. Similar night, early October, and the exact same thing happened. I could hear it vaguely in the background, and then as soon as I realised what it was, and I realised that it was actually the sound of stone being chipped at, worked on, and it was no more than 20-30 feet away from me. As soon as I became fully conscious of it, the sound stopped. And yeah, it put quite a spook in me, to be fair. So yeah, that's why I've come back here tonight, just to see what is going on in here. So pretty much here we are. Here is the old priory, and this is where I was more or less sat last time, just over here among the World War II. And this happened over 2 years. Pretty much sat in here just looking out to sea. As you can see right now, beautiful clear night, a little bit of cloud, and I could hear the sound of what I assumed was stone being, sorry, the rope on the sails of the boats just being blown. And it wasn't, because there was no wind that night, none at all. And then I realised that it was actually the sound of metal on stone. Stone was being worked, and it was actually just in here, in this graveyard. But as soon as I recognised it for what it was, it stopped. And I came over to look for it, and it didn't start again. And it was at that point that I got a little bit freaked out the first time and left. And then I came back that second year. I'd actually forgot all about it. And it started again, and that's when it came back to me about that strange experience the year before. Very bizarre. Some sound there. Let's see. It's pretty ugly with these metal fencing in place. Still quite a creepy place. See, it's quite a lot of things to explore. Rumours of a ghost here, Black Monk. Well, very uneventful and not massively spooky or scary in here tonight. I had a look around, there didn't appear to be anything remotely similar to the sounds that I experienced those couple of years ago. And so here I am now, just having a walk around, looking at the place. As you can see, the old buildings here, the old remnants of the Priory. And there's the moon ducked in. I thought it was going to be a beautiful starry night tonight, but no. But yeah, very strange. And that time that I was here, it did freak me out hugely, but I'm just intrigued to come back to it to see if there's anything that resembles that sound, and frankly there isn't, nothing at all. It was so distinctive. And the odd thing was that on both occasions over 2 years, as soon as I became conscious of it, the sound stopped. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, it's a shame, like I say, with this fencing that they have in place here. It's really taken the beauty of the site away, albeit temporarily, but I've no idea why it's here unless there's some structural instability up on. So yeah, here we are back in the graveyard. There's the old Coast Guard station. And it's very quiet. Something eerie about the shadows being cast. Yeah, that's where I was. I believe I was sat either in that one or just in this one here, and I could hear the sound just in here. Just the sound of metal being chiselled into a stoneworking tool. I wasn't sure that's what it was. Okay, I think I'm going to end it there. I'll definitely come back here on another night when it's a bit more, we've got a better view of the sky. But until then,